tonight,
Brace yourself.
Irina's Gold Coast holiday terror.
Gibbo, hold there, I've lost sight of her.
It's our last walk before we get married, yeah.
Ed and Ash's wedding hike adventure
Just see bits of the track now, if you can call it that.
hits the rocks. And the cord on Brett's parachute snapped.
Line broke about a second from impact.
Where is he now?
Where's winching is now?
Hobart, Tasmania. An emergency beacon has been activated in the state's remote southwest.
The coordinates have got in place somewhere here below the summit of Federation Peak, somewhere in this area.
Federation Peak attracts only the most experienced climbers.
The beacon's registered to a guy from Launceston. There's some indication from that it's a party of four. And as you know from this area that if you get a beacon, it tends to be something fairly significant. So we best get down there and see what's going on.
Thanks, airborne, it's over.
You generally don't get to that location unless you're very experienced, and when you run into trouble there, unfortunately it's generally pretty bad.
Aircrewman Josh is worried.
Last time I came to Federation Peak, unfortunately, was very bad circumstances. Someone fell off the mountain and died. To be honest, I'm nervous.
This is the climbing diary of 29-year-old schoolteacher Ed and his fiancée, 27-year-old nurse Ash.
Why are you filming me?
Because I love you.
You love me, what? So corny. It's coming together at last, which is handy.
Very excited.
It's our last walk before we get married, yeah.
Ed's brother Rob and partner Kitty make up the rest of the party.
We should be standing on top of Federation Peak in about 4 days, eh? Yeah.
But their dream to conquer Federation Peak has come to a terrifying halt.
I can see Federation Peak at 12 o'clock.
Majestic and intimidating,
It's not often the peak is not in cloud.
the ascent to the summit of Federation Peak is a vertical 200-metre climb.
They're the coordinates. All of that is exceptionally steep.
The degree of rescue difficulty will depend on where on the mountain they are.
If it's on the actual ascent to the summit, that's going to be difficult.
We're coming around to the ascent track.
You can just see bits of the track now, if you can call it that.
Yeah, I think I've got them here at 9 o'clock. Just halfway up the ascent track.
The crew's worst fear is realised.
They're on their climb to the summit.
It couldn't get much deeper than that.
You see that there? Looks like a thermal blanket on a guy.
The guy in the blanket isn't on the climbing route. He looks like he's off track.
That's Ed in the red jumper, and he's not moving.
How the hell did he get there?
Burleigh heads the Gold Coast. And Westpac Lifesaver 45 is on a routine surf patrol, 50 kilometres of coastline from Surfers Paradise to Tweed Heads.
Can we go back around?
Aircrewman Paul spots something, a holidaymaker in distress.
Sure, there might be someone in trouble back there. Got a lady in a black shirt there.
The woman in trouble is 54-year-old Irina. She's from New Zealand, visiting her daughter Dasha, who lives on the Gold Coast. Dasha left the beach for lunch, but Irina wanted one last swim. Irina's a long way from the flags.
She's stuck in a rip here.
And she's caught in a deadly rip.
Can't see any lifeguards at the moment. Only 200 metres south.
The lifeguards haven't spotted her yet.
Can't see anyone north at all.
It's job on for the air crew.
We'll have to go on.
Get ready in the back, winch rescue.
Roger.
Rescue crewman Tim gets ready. He's been in the service for 9 years, but this is his first winch rescue.
This woman could be a mother, could be a wife. She's definitely someone's daughter. But if I don't get down to her quickly, they're going to lose someone very dear to their hearts.
Just get them out.
2-metre waves and a surging rip. An inexperienced swimmer could drown in a matter of seconds out here.
Okay, winch me down. We don't know how long she's been in this rip for. We don't know how long till she actually does fatigue. All these unknowns, you've got to act straight away just in case she is on her last legs.
Just holding there. Gibbo, there's a wave just coming through. I've lost her. She's gone under the water.
Brace yourself.
Hold there, I've lost sight of her. Gibbo.
At Burleigh Heads, a dramatic surf rescue is unfolding.
Brace yourself.
Hold there, I've lost sight of her. Gibbo.
In his first ever winch rescue crewman Tim's battling to save 54-year-old tourist Irina.
I've lost her. She's gone under the water.
The powerful surf pins Irina to the sandbar.
And I found her.
Get your hands up. We've got to put this tube around you. Try and keep your head above the water. Go and keep your head up.
Another wave's coming.
Right, brace yourself. Ready?
She's gone under again.
Irina fights to catch a breath.
Are you okay? You good?
Tim's got her. Ready to take the weight.
Rescue crewman Tim must keep her calm and hold her tight to keep her from going under again.
I don't want you to fall out of the harness. All right, brace yourself. I've got to take you into the shallow water. We can't take you onto the beach just because of all the sand. We'll brace yourself so we don't hit too hard.
Tim needs to time this to perfection. Too deep, and they'll be back in the rip. Too shallow, and it'll be a rough landing.
We're coming in now, ready?
Head down on the beach. He's disconnecting her. Good job, Tim.
Now I'm going to take you off the hook. I need you to walk to the beach. Walk straight up the beach away from the helicopter. Alrighty, are you sure you can walk up the beach?
He's pointing up towards the beach.
Irina is grateful, but a little shaken.
And I've got the thumbs up and then I'm ready to winch.
Power's good, clear to winch.
Roger, winch again.
In his first winch rescue, Tim has helped save a life.
Good work, Timmy. She was so lucky. Another minute or so, she was gone.
Well, we're lucky we sort of came in when we did.
Mate, good job, Tim. She looked like she was in a bit of trouble in that rip, buddy.
Tasmania, the Eastern Arthurs Ranges.
I'm right to go now.
and the crew of the Westpac rescue helicopter is about to attempt a complex winch rescue.
Roger, I have the con.
29-year-old schoolteacher Ed was climbing with his fiancée Ash. They made it to the summit of Federation Peak, but during the dangerous descent, Ed lost his footing and fell 10 metres onto jagged rocks.
5, 4, 3.
That's him, directly below the helicopter, and he's still not moving.
Have the con.
They're 1,200 metres above sea level. Josh and paramedic Dave aim for a metre-wide rock ledge.
That's going to be tricky.
Pilot Yaz and rescue officer Matt
Continuing to winch out.
have to land the boys onto that tiny drop zone.
1, hold, position's good, hold. Winching in the slack, get ready to take the weight. Up 5. Touching down on the ground.
It's a perfect landing.
Position's a good hold.
Okay, are you guys right? Thumbs up.
Climber Ed is alive.
Have the thumbs up. Yes, looks like they're going to be a while. I'd suggest we go find a landing site.
Launceston and flight plan route, maintain 8000, Canley to departure, squawk 2.
Ed is lucky. He's right on the edge. There is literally no ground beneath his feet and 600 metres below him. He's on the last ledge that would have stopped anything falling.
Paramedic Dave has managed to climb across to Ed. Ed's leg is badly broken, but he'll need to be moved. He's in real trouble.
We have to get Ed across to where Dave and I were winched in. We just simply can't winch him from where he is at the moment.
The rescue drama has only just begun. Federation Peak, Tasmania.
I'm not convinced you want to take this boot off.
And 29-year-old Ed has a suspected broken leg after falling 10 metres off the side of this mountain.
We just simply can't winch him from where he is at the moment.
Before they can winch him out, paramedic Dave must stabilise his leg.
You've got to put a splint over the top of your boot.
But there can't be any pain relief.
The weather's coming in. Mate, I don't have time to give you any pain relief, and I need you quite sharp. I'm just going to fold this SAM splint around your ankle. I'm going to bind it on extremely tightly. It's going to be painful.
Using a stretcher here is out of the question. After he's roped into the harness, Ed will have to move himself, despite his broken leg.
Ed, my name's Josh. I've got to get you in this harness. Can you lift your legs up for me and I'll put these loops on? I'm going to tie you in. I need to get you across to where we're winched down.
The sleet is blowing in and the GoPro is freezing up.
It's going to be painful, mate, okay? We need to get you going.
They need to get off the mountain as quickly as possible.
Okay, Ed, you're doing well, mate. Eyes up at me, buddy. Yeah, take your time, but just move towards me. Like, take your time, but don't stand on that leg. Hey, Ed, watch that rock, mate. It's loose, but don't put any weight on that rock, okay, buddy?
Ed's fiancée, Ash, controls the tension of the rope.
Eyes up at me, buddy.
She's given her engagement ring to Ed for safekeeping.
Bump shuffle over.
With any luck, that wasn't the ring. This was skydiver Brett on his 1400th jump. In a matter of moments, his life will be changed forever.
The actual line broke about a second from impact, so I had no time. I had enough time to say, oh no.
His
landed feet first.
Hit the ground on his left side, then tumbled, and then that was it.
Brett was rescued by the crew of the Newcastle Westpac Lifesaver Rescue Helicopter Service.
You're wincing pretty badly, mate.
That wincing is totally understandable. Brett suffered a badly broken pelvis, internal bleeding, and a broken leg.
We're thinking there might be a break up high here.
Yeah, I think there is, yes.
It is going to hurt when we move you, okay?
Yep.
In order to tend to Brett, the crew removed his jumpsuit. That's why he's lying there in his undies.
Oh, I guess there's a lot of things going through my mind, but the main thing was thinking of my wife, Kat, and my eldest daughter, Matilda, and because I knew that they'd watched me land, and they'd watched me land hundreds of times before, and normally fine, but this particular one was a bit different. If that line had broken a second or two earlier, it would have been fatality, and that's how close it was. So I really, I do realise that it was lucky that I'm here.
Brett needed 5 months off work to recover, and while he still loves skydiving, his narrow escape made him re-evaluate his life.
I really love being a dad, going on bike rides and doing normal father stuff, so it's been a big life changer. All right, let's put these on show.
Brett's lucky undies, as seen on TV, were auctioned off for charity, but remain in the club as a reminder to all.
Yeah, that's me. Me claim to fame.
Federation Peak, Tasmania.
We've been able to move the patient to the winch location.
Injured climber Ed has managed to crawl his way to a safe winch zone.
It's going to be 2 winches.
Roger, copy and understood.
Ed and his fiancée Ash will be winched out. Ed's brother Rob and his partner Kitty will need to walk out on their own.
Our mission's to move forward to the target area. We're going to be winching in the paramedic and the patient in a harness.
We both have to stay really low here.
Yeah.
With a 100-kilometre downdraft from the helicopter, it's a case of don't look down and hold on tight.
Paramedics reaching for the hook.
Ed's first, heading up the wire with Dave.
Now he has the hook.
We can't get a stretcher in him. We have to take you up in the patient harness.
I have the thumbs up, winching in the slack.
It's going to be painful, okay?
Winch power on.
Just try to protect your foot as much as you can. There's a fair chance it's going to bang on something once we get to the aircraft.
Yas works hard to keep the helicopter steady.
Just approaching the skid, stop checking the skid, that's fine. Continuing to winch in. They're coming up to door level now. I'll be moving my head in. You have the con.
Ed's safely on board. Ash is up next.
I need you to stay really low and just hang on to the rock.
Booming out now. Continuing to boom out.
She's putting on a brave face, but this must be terrifying.
You don't want to go left or right. It's bloody steep down there. You just hang on and please don't move. Hook's coming down.
Josh needs a clean catch on the hook.
I've got the hook. You're connected. You're good to go. Over to you.
They've hooked up.
Okay, Ash, we're ready to go. Keep your arms down. Keep your arms down.
Continuing to winch in. No swing. No spin.
The last time Josh was on this mountain, it was to retrieve a body.
Okay, Ash, watch your head. Got my hand on your head. Let Drummy do all the work. He'll pull you into the aircraft.
This time, the outcome couldn't be better.
The whole rescue went really well. Ed is a very lucky man. Now it's just a matter of getting him to hospital and get him checked out.
The only thing missing is Ash's engagement ring. It turns out Ed didn't drop it, but he did leave it behind on the mountain. At the Hobart base, Josh and Dave have received a video message.
Look what I got from Ed today.
Look at that.
From Federation Peak.
So the wedding's still going ahead. I should be out of a cast by then, hopefully. So it'll still be hobbling around for a little while yet. So
He's still plastered.
thanks heaps, guys, for all your hard work.
As to the ring, the pack that Ed left behind was retrieved several days later.
We got the ring back.
Oh, that's great. But the big news is we're expecting our first baby.
Together.
Yeah.